All right, well, we got some more bootleg DVDs. Thank you to Matthew for him sending me these ones. We're going to look at this one of Tangled and the Princess and the Frog. So I guess this is like some kind of double feature, but this is like really strange because obviously the Princess and the Frog one looks pretty good, but the Tangled one looks like some fan art or something like that. So it makes me wonder when they actually made this bootleg or if this was around the time when the movie was being released. And you look at the back here, so this obviously looks like it's some kind of fan art of like the film. Oh, here we go. Who has the best pet? Rate us, or rate 5 for us and rate 4 for us. Okay. And then rate 5 if you have ever been in love. Okay. Come along, I'm going to the ball, but who should I take? 5 stars. For me, the charming frog, vote 4 stars. 3 stars, 2 stars, 1 star. Okay. So this is already like a really strange case, and you know the disc is probably already a coaster because I mean this whole thing was broken. Actually, I think this is part of it right here. Part of the case is right over there. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and put this bootleg in and see what we got. This one takes a while to load. Okay, so it looks like it's some kind of like, what do you call it? Like recording from like TV or something. Okay, well, the one for Tangled already starts off at the movie. Let me see if I can go back, because I hit stop by mistake. And it doesn't look like I can go back, because this thing just decided to freeze. Well, that's great. That's just great. It's taking a while to load. Okay, that sound is pretty concerning. No disc. Oh no, what happened? Come on. See if I can load that again. And it's not loading. And as for the bootleg of Tangled and Princess and the Frog, this bootleg registers just fine. And the Lightning McQueen player. Let's see what Princess and the Frog looks like. Okay, this one actually does have the logo.
A little word of advice. My mama always said the quickest way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
And I'm just gonna go on a limb and say that this bootleg is like DVD ripped as well. But you know what else I got here? I have The Matrix Reloaded on bootleg again. That's great. So I've had 4 bootlegs of this same movie. Or sorry, not even the same movie. Like 2 of them had the different film on it. So let's see. Let's see this one. Let's see if we got like a great one here. Let's see what we have. And this one doesn't want to load either. I like to call this one PBS Kids DVD Player ASMR. Man, do you remember like the PS2 days when like you used to, when like you had to like leave stuff on top of the console to actually get it to work? Well, that bootleg didn't work. Now let's see if it loads. Let's see if we can get it to work, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Can we do it? Can we do it? Man, you know, and to think that I must be cursed or something. We've had 3 bootlegs of this same movie, and 3 out of 4 of them like are just bad. How is this one not loading? This one doesn't even load. This one don't even load. Reloaded, like they should have called this the Matrix Don't Load or something. You know, Matrix Error. You know, that's the 5th Matrix. They'll call it Matrix Error. That'll be great. Trevon Reid in the Matrix, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, I'm gonna try that Matrix Reloaded bootleg again. But this time we're gonna try it in here, because maybe it'll work. And it looks like it just starts right off. It looks like it's just a regular rip of The Matrix Reloaded, but at least we got the right movie. At least the Lightning McQueen player revived life into this Matrix bootleg. I hope this is the last time I ever have to talk about The Matrix Reloaded here. But you know why I brought Donkey here is because we have a bootleg of Shrek, the final chapter. So I actually rewatched this movie last year, and you know what? This movie is a lot better than I gave it credit for. Shrek 4. So, anyways, in goes Shrek 4. And let's see what we have. I think this one's probably not going to have a menu on it. Oh no, this one does have a menu. Okay, wow, this is pretty cool. And that sounds from the trailer. I'm probably going to end up having to, wait a minute, it sounds like it's in Spanish. It is in Spanish. And I don't think this is from the website. I wonder what this is on the top, you know, KTM. Let's see. So that's Isinis. And this is obviously from, well, this is wallpaper from the first Shrek, actually. And I don't even know what the website is down there. But it's obviously like wallpaper from the very first Shrek. You know, when he throws the wolf out and stuff. That was always my favorite part when I was a kid. Let's see. Okay, nothing much here. Alright, and that's the configuration right there. Spanish and English. Let's see the quality of the movie while we're, you know, looking at it. And, yep, it's shot in the theater, alright. It's definitely shot in the theater. You know? And I mean, like, this is one of those cases where I guarantee you my camera is making it look a lot better than it actually does. See about these Spanish subtitles. Okay, well, you could turn them off so the subtitles aren't burned in. Oh, would you look at that? This bootleg skips. Yeah, this bootleg skips. That's wonderful. That is totally wonderful. Isn't that right, Donkey? That's totally wonderful that, like, your movie totally doesn't work in here. Yep. You know? Like, I mean, that must suck. Like, let's say, like, you really wanted to see Shrek 4, and it's like, you get this bootleg and it starts skipping. It's like, man, like, your day is ruined. You know, your day is, like, just totally destroyed. It's like, man, like, all I wanted to do was just watch Shrek Forever After, and I can't, you know? It's like so many traumatic memories. I mean, has anybody ever been through that, though, when it's like you get a movie and on, like, DVD or something and it doesn't work? I'm pretty sure you all have. I have. And that makes for a more depressing experience watching this movie on this thing. And I mean, again, just get some ASMR, by the way, from all the, you know, sounds of the PBS Kids DVD player trying to read this.
Go back to the way they used.
In the Spanish audio, you could hear like a lot of commotion in the background. Like it's almost like they brought like, you know, a little infant in the theater or something like that. Or that's from what it, you know, that's from just the sound alone what I assume is the scenario. Alright, well we have Marmaduke here on Bootleg DVD. You remember that one with Owen Wilson as Marmaduke? Because that's what Hollywood was doing back in 2010 was Owen Wilson as Marmaduke. And it has this logo before it. I almost want to say that this came from the website, but I'm not sure. And that's what the scene selection menu looks like. So I assume that this is probably just going to end up being one of those, what do you call it? Oh, look, ladies and gentlemen. I'm clicking the down arrow, but you can't go to setup. You can't go to setup, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's just wonderful. Wonderful that they even put setup there, but you can't even go to setup. We can play the movie, right? Yes, we can play the movie. Oh, what's with the audio? Oh gosh, so the video looks good, but the audio sounds terrible. It sounds kind of like muffled. It kind of sounds muffled or something like that. You know, where you could like barely hear it. Like barely hear it. Hey, the same company that gave you Marmaduke gave you Barbarian and Fight Club and Freddy Got Fingered. You know, it's like Alvin and the Chipmunks. It's like, I don't get Regency Enterprises. It's a total miracle that studio is still around. And this company gave you Flight Risk. It's like, it's a miracle how like the film industry just totally works, you know?
Now, teenage dog with a radar dish wrapped around your neck. Oh yeah, that'll make you real popular.
Yes, and before anybody asks, I know it's missed opportunity for me to put this bootleg in the Lightning McQueen player because the voice of Lightning McQueen voices Marmaduke. And the Spanish audio, same thing, also sounds like it's in the theater, which is weird because the video is like, the video is, yeah, that's totally great. You know, I feel sorry for everybody that was deaf while watching this bootleg of Marmaduke. Alright, well, next bootleg we have here is Fat Albert. Oh wow, look at this. Look at this. This is clearly just movie wallpaper. Okay, just totally great. It looks so cursed. I mean, it looks all stretched out and everything. Play movie and scene selections. Let's see. Okay, well, I already went to the scene selection, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I actually saw this movie in the theater too, by the way. I saw this in like January. Oh wow. Oh wow. Yep, and this is just as good as the quality looks. You know, every time I see this movie, like every time I think about this movie, I always think about FX because I feel like FX played this movie like 24/7. Like it just feels like this. Like every time I think of this movie, I just think of FX. It just, like, I swear to you, like it just, you might as well just put FX, like the FX logo on the bottom right of the screen.
You're like school on Saturday, no class.
This is a bootleg of Up. Oh, and I can hear some commotion going on.
My position to your boss quite clear. You poured fruit juice in his gas tank. Yeah, that was good. Here, let me talk to him. You in the suit. Yes, you. Take a bath, hippie. I am not with him.
And another thing on this bootleg is that this this text keeps popping up every once in a while for like this UnionGang.Russian website. Look, more John Davis with iRobot. I actually kind of like this black and white. It reminds me of like a newspaper ad.
Come out and play. You know we had to do a remix, right?
Niggas is mad, I get more butt than ashtrays. Fuck a fair one, I get mine the fast way. Ski mask way, nigga ransom notes. Far from handsome, but damn a nigga too much. More guns than roses, foes is shaking in their boots.
All right. That music is cool. That is cool music to put over this bootleg DVD. Oh man, and we have another menu. Oh man, this is kind of like that Blindside one where it has this like maze of a menu. It's just like all you want to do is just watch the movie. I don't even know what I did. Okay, so I guess I got to a certain part in the movie. Okay, and the audio on this one is actually a bit quiet, and the reason why I mentioned that is because on some of the other bootlegs, like especially some of the ones I did earlier, they were pretty loud, and this one's actually quite quiet, so it's a little more easier on the ears.
Wow. Richest man in the world. I've seen you on television.
I remember when I first watched this, when it came out on DVD, and we had it in full screen. I remember as a kid thinking that these were like the most realistic special effects. Back in like 2005 when I first watched this. Or January of 2005, that was. Oh, and it just goes right back to the menu. It's almost like the rest of the movie isn't even on here. Oh wait, all you have to do is just go to the cart. And then all you gotta do is go to that. And it brings you to another menu where you could finish the rest of iRobot, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's great. That's a good way. You might as well just like have the movie on like both sides or something. So I'm not gonna show you the disc on these ones because these ones are essentially just DVD rips, but I wanted to show you the original logo, which has Blue from Rio on it, which I think is very unfitting because he's nowhere, or he's not in any of these two movies. And it looks like something's on Hilary Swank's lip. Oh man, that looks pretty gross, whatever this spot is. That just looks kind of disgusting. And in spite of them being DVD rips, they do have disc art on them as well. But again, we don't really have to waste the time of actually going through these because, again, they are just DVD rips. So they're not really that, special. All right, and the last one is White Noise. Oh wow, and this came from Goodwill. Somebody paid $3.99 for this at Goodwill. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna disintegrate when I put this in the PBS Kids player. Like, you know, that paper's just gonna, you know, blow off or... And the disc is having a hard time loading. It's like, man. All right, so let's try the White Noise one. And this one still doesn't register. So I'm assuming that this disc is pretty much done for. Let's see if there's a menu. You see, there's no menu on this disc. Hear a beep. And, you know, judging from the sound, the sound's fine. Let's see if this bootleg actually works now. Okay, well, finally I got this bootleg to work. It's like this bootleg is cursed or something. Like, it doesn't want to work or register correctly. And again, it has more subtitles, and that's great. Like, somebody's walking right in the middle of the frame as you're trying to read the opening text, which you can't even read all that good because the picture's cut off on both of the sides. I don't even know if I can take the subtitles off. Well, it looks like a fly was just buzzing in the frame of the camera. That's a great way of watching White Noise from 2005. It makes it kind of hard to watch this movie on this bootleg because it continuously keeps going out of focus. Like, anytime when it turns black in the movie or cuts to black, it always goes out of focus. And Michael Keaton was afraid of the cigarette burn. Oh, there's another one. And what's weird about this bootleg is that the audio sounds like it's coming from like a direct source, like it's from a DVD or something like that, because the audio's pretty clean. But obviously it's one of those shot in theater bootlegs. Well, I finally made up my decision, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm actually not going to destroy this box. Why is that? Well, I'll tell you why. Because if I destroy this box, all I'll do is contribute to the very uncanny and very just convoluted and problematic nature of the internet, aka the rat race, which is what I believe in, ladies and gentlemen. But you guys don't have to. But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Matthew, for sending me all these bootleg DVDs that you just saw in this video. Actually, there were some more that I didn't show you that came from that box, and I'll show you guys in my next video. So stay tuned for that.